Hi guys, it's me again, Vanessa. I am making a video about, about gastric sleeve. So today is January 19th. I am 2 days away from my surgery, which is Wednesday, January 21st of 2015. I am very excited and very prepared. I am just ready to get it over with. And just ready to see results and be diabetes free. That is the goal, and conceive a child. Once we're healthy enough to do so and the doctor gives us a clearance, of course, that is my overall goal. So today in this video, what I will be talking about is I finally had my class for the diet with this doctor. Now, if you go back to my first videos, I mentioned that I had all the workup, I did the classes, and I learned that every surgeon who does any type of bariatric surgery has how could I say this? Their own program, their own diet that they want you to follow, their own you know everything's different. For example, I went to this class on Saturday, which was January 17th, and I was there with other people who were waiting to have approval of their surgery. And basically, one of the ladies, the doctor, she was an older lady. I am 30 years old, and she was older. I want to say she was probably early 50s, middle 50s, and they made her do a mammogram before they even cleared her for anything, even continued to even discuss having the surgery. So she went on and did that. Thankfully, everything came back normal for her. So now she's just waiting for the approval of the insurance. Now, for myself, I learned that there is a lot of changes. Not only is this a tool, but this is definitely going to be life changing, and I'm excited for it. I'm ready. Like I said, I'm ready to go. So basically, again, what we're going to be talking about in this video is what I learned. So they gave me this packet, which basically discuss everything as far as what to eat, what vitamins, what phases. Okay, so this surgeon, when I was doing it with another doctor previously, he said by the third week, we're going to get you eating solid foods, that are healthy. So that doctor moved quickly. This doctor, on the other hand, he makes you go in phases. And I want to say there's about, let me check. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 5 phases that this doctor makes you go, and they're all in 2-week increments. Well, no, there's 4 phases that are 2-week increments. This other phase is different. I'll go over it. So basically, I learned of the vitamins, which we all knew you had to take a multivitamin, of course, with iron, some type of calcium, but I wasn't aware that you had to take vitamin B12. So I went to the pharmacy. First, let me show you my kit. So this is my kit for when I come home, because again, my surgery's in 2 days. This was my Sephora box that was empty from Christmas. So just a box, any size box that all your stuff will fit in. For me, it's not much in there. I'm going to show you what I have. So it is these items here. See, I have the vitamin B12. Interesting information that I learned. So this is sublingual, meaning this is absorbed directly into your blood by placing one tablet that is 3,000 mcgs, micrograms, underneath your tongue, and you let it dissolve. And that basically goes, instead of swallowing a pill and going into your stomach, you're going to be placing it under the tongue. And the reason for that is because they said that vitamin B12 is broken up by your stomach, but once you cut off, I guess, a piece of the stomach has a very hard time of breaking it down, so you don't absorb it all. And that is the reason why they make you put it underneath your tongue, or have okay, so the options were underneath your tongue, a shot administered by your doctor's office once a month, or some type of nasal spray that you can get with a prescription by your doctor, and you take the vitamin B12 that way. And this is a very important vitamin, and I had no idea about it. I don't remember learning about it in my other class previously. And the reason for it is that, so basically it says here, they, again, in this wonderful packet that they gave me, it says for vitamin B12, you will no longer be able to digest and absorb sufficient amounts of vitamin B12. And you have to take at least 1,000. Well, this is my doctor's requirements. Again, everybody's surgeon or doctor's program is going to be different. But for my doctor, he wants us to take at least 1,000 micrograms of this vitamin B12 twice weekly. So for me, I found these and they're 3,000. So I just have to take one of these once a week. And that's great. So I will be taking those. And the brand, I found these at Walmart. No, I found these at Target. The Walmart ones I could not find. I found chewables, but those, again, your stomach can't break them up and they won't be absorbed by your stomach. So they were no good. Another thing that I learned about this is that this vitamin B12, a lot of people think there's a misconception or misunderstanding about it. They think that it gives you energy and that, you know, all this stuff. I learned from my class that it does not give you that energy. What it does, it actually helps you at the nerve and cell levels. So it's for your nervous system. And I had no idea about that. I really didn't. So it was good information that we learned. So this, again, is once a week because it's 3,000 micrograms. So that's pretty cool. And then also too, this Viative calcium pills. So they're chewables, and you're supposed to, well, according to my doctor again, you're supposed to take 2 a day of calcium with vitamin D. So they said that caramel is very tasty, and these are the ones I bought. Again, I believe I got these ones at Walmart. I don't remember the price, but this is what I have gotten so far. And it comes with 115, and I am supposed to take 2 of these once a day. No, so 2 of these caramel things once a day. Yeah, so 2 a day. And then another thing in here, I have my children's complete vitamin chewables because the stomach, again, cannot digest and absorb properly. So I got this one, and it has to have iron. Now, again, my doctor's program states that I have to take this 3 times a day. So 1 tablet 3 times a day. And I got it, again, chewable. And they say that we're gonna have to do this for the rest of our lives, or at least until, you know, we're able to absorb enough nutrients on our own. I don't mind doing this for the rest of my life. It's a lot better than having to give myself insulin shots and do all this other stuff to try to stay healthy. So I would rather do this and all the vitamins than anything else. Now, I also, for my purposes, put alcohol pads. Again, this is not necessary. This is what I feel like I should put, and this is what I put in here. Alcohol pads, and the reason for it is to check my sugar. So I have my sugar machine in here, my glucometer. Oh my goodness, I cannot say it. Glucometer, there you go. And this is so that I can check my sugar. For those of you that are diabetic, you know, you have to keep a close eye on your sugar, because 1, you're not taking your medication, and 2, you want to make sure your sugar is not going haywire. If so, they did say to call the doctor's office. I do take insulin, so I put syringes in here, and they did tell me not to take my insulin anymore unless necessary, so that's why I gotta check my sugar. So I have them in here just in case. A thermometer, I put this in here so that I don't have to go crazy looking in the room. So basically it would be to check my temperature to see if I have a fever. Past experiences of mine, I would come down with a fever, and I don't want to risk anything, especially because I am diabetic. I do not want an infection or any, horrible complications. So just to have that handy. And that's basically it. So now a lot of things that I always really, really wanted to know was a diet. How is a diet? A lot of people say, oh, you're on liquids for 2 months or 2 weeks, or you're on liquids for a week and puree food for a week and regular food on the third week. That's how I learned it with my first previous surgeon, when I was gonna have the surgery until it was denied by my insurance. So in this one, phase one would be the day. So phase one starts basically at the hospital, the day of the surgery. It says that they really want you to try to consume 4 ounces. 4 ounces of liquids right after you wake up from surgery. Now, they say that you probably will not be able to fit 4 ounces because everything is so swollen that you may only fit one to 2 ounces, when you wake up, and if that. So phase 2 starts when you go home. When you go home, this diet lasts for 2 weeks. Again, every surgeon has a certain diet, and I'm not going to go every single step, but I'm just going to give basics. So this phase lasts for 2 weeks, and it has to do with consuming 70 to 90 grams of protein from liquid protein supplement each day, and additional non-calorie clear liquids to reach a total of 64 ounces, including the liquids. So I went out, and I know I had previously shared some protein shakes, and I'm going to share these with you. So because we have to intake 70 to 90 of the protein shakes, I figured the less amount of protein it has, the more I'm going to have to intake. Now you think, okay, well, we can eat cheeseburgers and a whole pizza probably, all by ourselves now. What is going to be so hard with intaking, those protein shakes? And the problem is that your stomach's going to be very, very small. So it is going to be hard. You will not want to eat. I'm figuring that in 2 days, I'm probably not going to even think about anything else other than, oh my God, what am I feeling and why? So I went out and bought these, so I could only have to drink 2 of these now. And this is, there's a name, and they are 42 grams of protein, and it's by EAS. This is the protein. So 42 grams. So if you think about it, you only need to drink 2 of these now. 2 of these, and still make sure that you drink the 64 total ounces of fluid. So these are 17 ounces each. So if you drink 2 of these, plus the rest in water or Crystal Light, juices, which I did buy give me 1 second and I will show you. I went out and bought this, which is Crystal Light. Let's see. They're the squeezable things. So basically, it's liquid, and it has no sugar, 0 calories, and you squeeze it into your water, like 2 squeezes or however strong you like it, and you basically have juice now that is good for you. So, and I tried it already. See, it's open, and it's very good, actually. I was surprised how good it was. So they stated that to start off, to drink only 2 ounces every half hour. Basically, that's the way my husband made me learn it, because that was the easiest way for him to remember it, and that's the way I'm remembering it. 2 ounces every half hour, so 4 ounces every hour. And that is for as long as you are awake, to reach the total of 64 ounces in liquids, including the protein, because that is fluid. So to me, it seems like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be feeling like crap. Who's going to want to drink all of that? And hopefully I make myself do it, and I'm a champ at it. And I got to remember that this is for my own good. You got to make sacrifices to reap rewards. So I'm very excited about it. I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys about that. So now moving on to phase 3, which is going to be 2 weeks after, they tell you that you can drink full liquids. That include smooth yogurts that are sugar-free, refined cooked cereals like cream of wheat, cream of rice, maltomeal, no added sugar vegetable juices, sugar-free pudding, which they're very good, and strained cream of soup, and consume those full liquids 2 ounces every meals on top of the 70 to 90 grams of protein. So on top of that, you have to start adding 2 ounces of full liquids. 2 weeks after that, which will be at the 4 weeks after surgery, you can move on to pureed foods. So that can be like a scrambled egg, anything with a smooth texture, like cottage cheese, first stage baby food, that are the fruits and things like that. Mashed potatoes, they said that you can eat. So it would only be 2 ounces. And I know a lot of people are thinking, oh my God, what is 2 ounces? I'm going to show you. I actually bought a measuring cup at Target, and it's a 4-ounce measuring cup, and it's not that big. It's probably the size of a shot glass, or bigger than a shot glass, because I don't want you guys to say, oh my God, Vanessa, what kind of shots are you taking? But it's pretty good to measure it in this way. You're not going to deal with the possibility of vomiting or anything like that. Also, phase 5, it says phase 5 will begin 6 weeks after surgery and will last for life. And that really made me think, wow, this is for the rest of my life. This change is not just, oh, okay, for a couple weeks and I'm going to lose some weight and that's it. No, it's for life. These changes are for life, and you have to be mentally prepared for it. And at first I doubted myself. Then I thought about it, what my overall goals were, and I'm definitely mentally prepared. So basically, 6 weeks after surgery, they want you to add 2 ounces of food, solid meals, that can be meat, tender meat, moist meat, vegetables, cooked vegetables, no sugar. I know certain foods have its own sugar, but nothing that you're adding sugar to. And they want you to increase it to they want you to consume 2 ounces of solid foods per meal 3 times a day, and add an ounce of solid food per meal every 2 weeks until you reach 6 total ounces per meal is reached. And then once you do that, you can probably stop drinking your protein shakes, but until then you still have to be consuming protein shakes. So some patients, it may take them months to do that, and some it may take them, right after the 6 weeks they're able to consume more. But I would say take it slow. Remember, no straws. They also told us that if you're eating, make sure you eat the protein stuff first. So if you're eating a 4-ounce piece of chicken breast, and you have vegetables and little other things around your plate, make sure you consume the protein, which is the chicken, first, because you may not fit the other stuff in. So if you eat the other stuff first, you may not fit the protein in. That's what I learned. I also learned that wait 30 minutes before drinking liquids with your meal. So in other words, you know how you sit at the table now and you're drinking your soda or your juice or your water, whatever it is that you're drinking, and then you're eating, that's no longer allowed. So basically you have to eat, wait 30 minutes, then drink your liquids, or drink your liquids, then wait 30 minutes, then eat, however you choose to do it. And I thought that would be very helpful, because you don't want to expand your stomach. You don't want to get back to where you started from. So they also said make sure you chew all your food until it's like an applesauce consistency, which I thought was very helpful. Even though as a kid you hear that chew your food, make sure you chew it right. So they, our parents had a reason to tell us that. And that's basically it. I also learned about dumping syndrome. I hear a lot of people talk about it, and I'm just like, oh my God, that sounds so painful and so horrible. So basically, they told us that dumping syndrome is when you consume like a lot of sugar, or something, yeah, like a lot of sugar, and your stomach tries to balance out the sugar with water. So a whole bunch of water like rushes through. Just picture like a water flowing in, and then you get that dumping syndrome where it causes a lot of pain and loose bowels and just a whole bunch of discomfort. That's why they say no sugar. So when they talked about that, I thought to myself, "Oh God, I don't want that. I don't want no sugar whatsoever." Now for my women viewers, hair. They talked about us losing our hair. Now I have PCOS, as I've mentioned, and I have very thin hair on this side. On this side it's not as thin, but on this side it is. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be mortified when my hair starts falling out and I start going bald from this side of my head. But they said it grows back. It grows back, and I can't wait. And once my PCOS is gone, God willing, I can have normal people hair or thicker hair or fuller head of hair, just better, healthy hair. I hope. So they say that this actually will go away after six. We'll start seeing it around their 6th or 7th month of after surgery. We'll start seeing it because of the rapid weight loss. That's why they say make sure you take your vitamins and drink all your proteins, and you may not see the hair loss. So, and they said for the men, lucky men, that they really rarely notice it anyways, but for women it's definitely something that they notice. So I'm really hoping that I have minimal hair loss, and if I do get a lot of hair loss, I guess I'll be rocking some type of hairpiece. Also too, they said to stay away from like pastas and bread for a long time because it can gum up and clog our stomachs. I had never heard that. But when they said it, I was like, wow, I'm definitely going to be missing my cakes because I love baked goods. But hey, you got to sacrifice some to get something in return. So that was basically it. It was a very long, boring class in some, parts, but definitely worth it because I learned a lot of stuff. So now, I'm going to talk about now what I'm doing to prepare. So what I've done to prepare, I basically cleaned my room. My husband and I cleaned our room. We washed all of our clothes. I got my bag ready. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about what is in my bag and how exactly do I feel about having surgery in less than 48 hours. So I will definitely keep you guys posted. Again, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, go ahead and you know what to do. You could either email me or comment below. Thanks. Bye.